El Campeón! Why is bro getting naked? Why do those like crazy fails are both Indian? Oh my god. Let's face it, the deadlift is a very hard exercise to do. And that's why, unfortunately, we can find a lot of deadlift fails online. My camera guy has selected some of those deadlifts and I'll be analyzing and reacting to those today. Maybe those fails could have been prevented with better technique, and that's what we're about to find out. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Pana, I'm a 2-time powerlifting world champion and I can deadlift over 4 times my body weight conventional, and conventional is key word here.
Is sumo really cheating?
Yeah. So I'll be using all of my knowledge and experience as a powerlifter on the deadlift in order to analyze today's videos. So without further ado, let's see together the worst deadlift fails in human history. Maybe that's a bit too much. We'll see. I haven't hit the play button yet, but I'm already liking a lot what I'm seeing. El Campeón! We're off to a great start. Wait. Why is bro getting naked? It's like he has... Why does he start the video with clothes on if he wants to get naked? Oh, come on. Okay, so we have the oxygen mask. We have the wraps. What else? First belt. Second belt on top of the first one. Third belt. Okay. Is he just going to slap himself with... Yeah, he's going to slap himself with the belt. Okay. Okay, he doesn't need it. It's just to slap himself. Let's see it. Ooh. One most muscular pose. I really like it. Okay. Okay, that was a lot. So, first things first, you don't need 2 belts. Like, if you need 2 belts, it means that you need to work on your technique. Maybe you need a 3rd belt in order to slap yourself, in order to hype yourself up. Could work. So, the problem that he has is, 2 major problems. Number 1, he doesn't hinge enough. So, he's just pulling almost like a stiff leg deadlift. You know, the stiff leg deadlift can work very well. It's like a good accessory for overall strength. But whenever you're going to hit your max or to do heavy stuff, you should do it with the use of your legs and your hips in order to maximize your positioning and your strength, and also to alleviate some of the stress you may have on the low back. Like oftentimes when I talk with people in the gym and they always get their low back fried because of deadlifts, 99.9% of the time it's because they don't know how to hinge, aka how to use their legs, their lower body into the deadlift, and that's why they're in pain essentially. So here there's that problem, especially on the first rep, and because he's using the rebound to help himself on the next reps, he doesn't get any chance to work on that weak area. And as you can see here, he's always bouncing, and then when he starts to pull again, the bar is like almost mid-chins. So he's not confronting himself to the major problem that he has. And also, like, he is looking away while he's deadlifting. Very, very, very bad thing. You should avoid that. When you're deadlifting, you should always like look straight ahead and don't like move around your neck, because you're pulling very heavy weights, and if you're looking left and right, you might like tweak something in your neck, and in French it's called torticolis. Let me double check how it's called in English, because I have no clue. It's called torticolis? Torticolis? Torticolis. So you might do a torticolis to yourself if you're looking left and right. But yeah, other than that, honestly, it's not like as bad as some stuff that I've seen from El Campeón. Then he has like his plugin for his merch. I'll be honest, I think I'll buy a t-shirt. One for me, one for my camera guy. If we get the t-shirt at the moment this video comes out, then we'll do a photo with my camera guy wearing the t-shirt, repping El Campeón's brand, because he's giving us content. So yeah, honestly, not crazy bad, but not crazy good either. Could work a bit on the technique, dropping like the 2 belts and stuff like that. But yeah, on to the next fail. Fail number 2 is called What Was That? I'm afraid. Oh my God. That was bad. That was very bad. So at the end, he's like thumbs up, but the first time he wasn't able to get the bar off the ground and he got help from behind, which isn't very common on deadlifts. The music is also like, actually that's a good video, man. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very good video. So a lot of things wrong. First and foremost, he has like a sumo stance, but he's not using his legs. Pretty much the same thing as El Campeón. So his hips immediately shoot back, meaning at that point, the legs are out of the movement and it's purely like a low back movement, which is not what deadlift is supposed to be. I didn't think I would have to say this in my life, but if you need a back spotter on deadlifts, then there are a lot of things wrong. Like a lot. So no hinge, no use of the legs. And then at the end, he's like flexing, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was a good one. That was a very good one. I'm a bit bamboozled. I like this word. I think it's the second time I'm using this word in a video. So I'm a bit bamboozled. Okay, next fail. Yeah, honestly, that's not too bad. So as we can see, this guy is like probably tall and doesn't have a lot of muscle mass. But honestly, like when I started lifting weights, and a lot of us start to lift weights because we're not comfortable with ourselves or with our body or with our image or whatever. So I think as like powerlifters or gym bros or whatever, we should try to uplift those who try or get into the sport. And here it's, in my opinion, the case. Like it's obvious this guy is skinny and he needs to put on muscle mass, but that's exactly how you're going to do it. You're going to put on muscle mass because you're going to train hard and lift heavy weights. So yeah, not much to say on that. So in terms of technique, there's one small issue. So like I said earlier with like El Campeón and the previous deadlift fail, some people will start with their legs almost straight, so not using at all their legs. And in order to counter that, some beginners might think they need to sit down a lot when they're deadlifting. In reality, that's not solving the issue because the deadlift is a hinge movement and not a squat movement. So if you're trying to squat your deadlift, when you're about to pull the bar, your hips will shoot up. And that's exactly what's happening here. So as you can see, before the bar breaks the floor, he's seated, so that's fine. But for the bar to break the floor, his hips have risen significantly. And so you're going from this like back angle and straight into a very, very lean forward. The problem is not really how much forward you are. The problem is that you're getting this lean forward without it being a technique. And your body is almost like forced into this position by the bar, which is obviously not very good. And that's the reason as to why he's struggling a lot for his lockout. And then we can see like there's, I don't know if it's his dad or a gym bro that's wanting to help him out. Don't. Like, you're not supposed to have a spotter on deadlift that is actively helping you out. Like, if you have a spotter because you might fall backwards or whatever, it's fine. But it's almost like, imagine you're like completing your rep, you're there on the bench, and then you have your spotter taking the bar. It doesn't count. And here, that's exactly the same. So let me double check if he actually touched the bar or if he didn't. I think he touched the bar. Let me check. I think he touched the bar. Yeah. Sorry, bro, he touched the bar, doesn't count. Not too bad for a deadlift. Like I said, should start with more of RDLs. So the goal with the RDL is to learn really that hinge pattern. I made a couple of videos about that topic that will be here. But yeah, if he learned how to hinge more efficiently and not just squat at the beginning of his deadlift, I think he would be much, much stronger. But that's actually not too bad. I think can it be considered a fail? Let me know in the comments. I think it's okay. I think it passes. Next deadlift fail. Oh. He almost got like the Windows shutting down music when he fell backwards. Tons of heart, not a lot of technique, but we're going to fix this deadlift right here, right now. So the main issue is that he doesn't have any tension build up to his deadlift. So he's grabbing the bar, zero tension, and then the minute after, he wants to pull, but he's pulling with everything and nothing at the same time. And that's why he gets into this like very, very bad position, not only for his back, but also for his strength, because that's a very, very weak way to deadlift. So in order to fix that, what I really like to do is you get into a deadlift position and you want to slowly build tension. And as you're going to build tension, you're going to see the bar will slowly get off the ground. So use a very, very light load. So here what I would do is I would use just one plate. So 60, 70 kilos. How many pounds is that? Like 130 something. You're going to, without any motion, you're going to hinge, stay on top of the bar, and you're going to tension everything. So you want to tension your hips, you want to tension your lats, actively pull onto the bar and get the bar off the floor. And once you're able to get multiple reps just with like pure tensioning, then you can use that new skill that you learned on the heavier loads. Because here, I think maybe he knows how to use his hips, but because he's going from 0 to 100 in terms of tension and of strength, then his technique goes overboard, and that's why he has this bad position. So yeah, so learn how to properly tension yourself into your deadlift, and you'll see deadlifts will feel magically effortless and much, much easier. But yeah, that was a harsh one. On to the next deadlift fail. I'm afraid because this one is called Kung Fu Hard Training. Guys, I'm afraid to click the button. Let's see. I don't know what to say. I'm very surprised, but very impressed at the same time. That's not a deadlift fail, man. That's not a deadlift fail. Is it how you work your mobility for sumo? Because my camera guy is pulling sumo, so maybe that's why you showed me that. But yeah, that, like I said, very impressive actually, because I don't think a lot of people could withstand that. So yeah, on to the next one. Oh, come on. I have a question for my Indian followers. Let me check. How many Indian followers do I have? I have 8% of Indian followers. 8%. It's like the second just behind the States. Shout out to my American followers. So it's States 25% and then India 8%. So guys, you're my second followers. Please, I need answers. Why do those like crazy fails are both Indian guys deadlifting? Please let me know. I need answers. Otherwise, I think I may have to do like a deadlift tutorial in Indian for you guys, because I don't want any of my followers to deadlift like that. So please let me know. I'll take like Indian lessons in order to learn how to speak Indian. But yeah, I said it. If you need a back spotter on deadlift that is like actively helping you out, there's something wrong with your deadlift. Like a lot of things wrong actually. Here, as we can see, same problem, no hinge. His low back is like completely flexed. When your low back is flexed like as much as this is because it's like a compensation strategy for a lack of hip action. So when your hips aren't like activated with a hinge, like I said, then you get into this like back cat, low back flexed position. And the problem is this position is actually pretty weak. So I don't know for who it feels better. I don't think it feels better for anyone, but it's actually a weak position because again, like I said throughout this video, you're not using your hips. Then imagine you're doing a bench press and you're not using one of your arms. Obviously, it will be like 100 times harder, and that's exactly the same thing here. Why do you go for a second rep if the first rep was this? Yeah. So again, I like what I'm seeing, like seeing guys do heavy deadlifts. That's really, really cool, but not like that. So I would like to see a good Indian deadlift. Guys, please, I'm counting on you. I did actually a lot of deadlift tutorials, so I'm sure at some point I'll get some very good deadlift videos. By the way, I want to do a video where I will be analyzing you guys. So your squat, your bench, your deadlift. So I will have an email address here. I will only be analyzing videos that have been uploaded to YouTube. So you want to upload your video to YouTube, like I said, it can be like a link only, whatever, but it has to be uploaded to YouTube. Otherwise, I won't be watching it. So if you want to send me a video that you want me to review, to analyze, definitely do that. So you send me your email here at this address and I'll be analyzing you guys for the next video. So hopefully I will see a lot of good things, good technique. Hopefully. And that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned a couple of things. As always, if that's the case, one of the best ways to let me know is to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. We're almost 60,000 subscribers. That is crazy. I really want to thank you guys for all the support, but we're not finished yet. I have the goal to hit 100K before 31st of December. So I'm really counting on you guys in order to help me out reach this goal. And then we'll do something a bit unusual for the 100K. So counting on you for that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I'm really sweaty because it's hot. I don't have my sausage dog with me, so I'm a bit sad. But here is the Blackbeard laugh. I think I've mastered it 100%. Yeah, that was a good one. See you guys.